morning, everyone. This is BremSter, and today I'm coming to you with puzzle number 2 in the Dying Flutchman Features Doable series. This is a Renban puzzle. So that's basically it. This is a puzzle with the Renban constraint. So kind of looking forward to this one. So far, the puzzles from this have been quite challenging and a lot of fun. So I know nothing about this one. I haven't looked at any of the feedback. I'm just working my way through the series. We are very, very close to the end of March. So if you're working your way through March of the quads, either submit now the puzzles that you've done or wait until April and enter in April. As I said, I will be running March into April. I'm kind of weird like that. And there will be a pack coming in April that people have been working on. I'm actually not even really involved with this pack. So a bunch of amazing setters have come together and have been working on something that I can release in April. So I'll have some news on that probably in April. Yeah, we'll see what happens. If I don't, then something's gone horribly wrong. And let's face it, things go horribly wrong all the time. It's the world we live in. Anyway, I'm going to jump straight in with this one because I'm kind of keen. So, this is Dying Flutchman Features Doables Renban. So only 2 rules in play, normal Sudoku rules. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. And the purple lines are Renban lines, which means they must contain a set of consecutive non-repeating digits in any order, which means along these lines you must place runs of digits that they're consecutive, but you cannot have repeating digits, and they do not have to be sequential. So for example, ignoring the digits we've already got, if this was a 1, then on this line we would have to put 2, 3, 4, and 5, but they could go 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that would be absolutely fine because these contain 5 consecutive digits, and they do not repeat. That's basically the way Renbans work. I need to get better at explaining some of these constraints. Anyway, that's the way this puzzle works. Let's give it a shot. The first thing that jumps out to me about this puzzle is this is a 9-cell long Renban, so this will contain all of the digits from 1 to 9. This is a trick I've used in the past, and I'm not seeing anything blindingly obvious. So 9 has to go into one of those 3 cells. I'm actually going to pencil mark that, because if 9 is on this Renban, this becomes 98765, and there must be a 5 on this Renban line anyway. Any Renban line that is 5 or longer must contain a 5. 7 has to go into one of those 2 cells by Sudoku. I'm just going to start with Sudoku. 2 has to go in one of those. Now, if 2 goes here, then I must put a 3 on right there. If that's 2, that is 3, and that's 1 or 4, because you cannot have a 2 on a 3-cell long Renban without there also being a 3. But I don't see a problem with that. If 2 is here, then that's not a problem. How do I break into this puzzle? I will find it. I will hunt and hunt and hope that I find the snark. And not the boojum. Man, it's been a long time since I've read that, so I may have that completely wrong. These concern me a little. Well, not concern, but they interest me a little. Because this has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This has to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And these shapes, all of those see a 2, but those one... Oh, actually, I could put a 2 there, though. What am I missing? These shapes are very weird. This line, it is this line. That right there is a 9. Because if I put a 9 on a line, then it has to be 98765. But I cannot put a 7 anywhere on this line because there's two 7s seeing it. So that's a 9. Okay, that is a start. Now, that's a 9, which puts 9 in one of those two. Eight is in one of those three, but I can't put 8 there for the same reason. If I put 8 there, I'd need to put 7 on the line. So 8 is in one of those two, which puts 8 in one of those two. Now, if I put 8 there, this would have to be 7 or 9, and it can't be. So that's the 8. Okay, some progress. Now, 8 on this line, all that means is I'm not putting 8 in any of those cells. But I'm also not putting 8 in those cells or those cells. So 8 is now in those, which places the 8 right there. Oh, that's cool. That's very clever. Eight is now in one of those two cells for the same reason. Because if I put 8, 8 can't be there or there by Sudoku. If I put 8 here, this would have to be 7 or 9. So 8 is in one of those two. Now 8 is in one of these. But I'm not seeing an inherent problem there. Now this is possibly symmetrical, and I've just completely forgotten what I did to place that 8. Because I'm... So, yeah, 2... You can't put 2 on this line at all. So that means I can't put 1 on this line at all. But 1 isn't as restricted as 9's was. So 1 is in one of those spots. But that's... I could just put the 1... If I put a 1 there, then there's a 2 there. Which makes, as we said, makes that a 3. But if I put a 1 on this line, that's a 2. And I have to put a 3 somewhere. Wait a minute, that's a problem. That's a very strange problem. 1 has to go in one of those spots. Because if I put 1 on this line, I have to put 2 on this line, and I can't do it. So, 1 is in one of these spots. 1 on here makes this 1, 2, 3. These become 1, 2, 3. 1 here makes that a 2, and that a 3. Either way, that is a 3. Which means 1 is on here. If that's a 1, that's a 2. If 1 is... But either way, that's a 3. Which puts a 3 down here. This is strange. Now this now can't... Oh, this is very weird. This is very weird. So 8 now is in one of those three. 9 is in one of those two. It's definitely something with those middle Renbans I am missing. I feel it's this 1, 2, 3. So 1 is in here, so 1 is in here. And it can't be here, because if 1 is here, that'd have to be 2. So that is the 1. Okay, so 1 is in here, so 1 is in here. This is the 1. I now have the 1 on this line. Now that knocks 1 out of there, which puts 1 in here, but I can't put another 1 on this line. So that is the 1. Okay, that is important. 1 is now in one of those two, because again, 1 has to be in here, and I can't put 1 on this line. Okay. Now, 1... But 1 could go on this line, surely. Three is down here, but I don't... Do I want to mark these quads? 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not 2. And that has not helped me much. And I took a 3 out. I am really fat fingering it today. So I was originally looking at it thinking this can't be low because of all the low digits up here and they'd conflict, but they could. Like it can't be 1, 2 or 2, 3. But it could be as low as 3, 4 in the right order. So that actually isn't correct either. I need to put a 6 in this. That could be a 5, so that could be a 6. So I can't force 6 onto this. It's something weird with those lines, those long lines. Or, yeah, I am completely blind today. So I can't put 1 or 2 on these lines. So it's either 4 to 8 or 5 to 9 on this one. 4 to 8 or 5 to 9. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now that looks horrible, I know, but this one's not 9. These ones are not 8, but there must be an 8 on the line. That one's not 8. That one's not 8, but there must be an 8 on the line. That has to be the 8, which means that's the 7. Okay, this was a terrible way of pencil marking, but it did get me digits. which means that's not the 8, that is the 8. It was a terrible way of pencil marking, but I found something. So if there is an 8 on the line, yeah, it's still 4 to 8 or 5 to 9, and I'm not sure which. Now, I could still put 8 on the line down here. So I can't put 8 onto any... Well, no, 8 is on the line there now because of that 8. And the 8 comes out there. That makes this a 2. So this is either 1, 2... This is... it's either 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4, and it can't be 4. This is 1. Okay, that's what I needed to find. That has done a lot. So 1, 2, 8... And I need to put 9 on this line now because I can't put it on this line. So 4 comes out of all of those. This is 5, 6, 7, 9. Right. So 9 is in one of those two, so it is not there. And it's in one of those two, so it's not there. 9 is there. This was a really ham-fisted and not very elegant way of doing it, but I got there. That is 5, 6, 7. So this is a 5, 6, 7, 9. So that right there must be a 4. This has to be a 3 or a 6. And it's not a 3. This is a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a 5, and that is a 3. No. What have I done wrong? 4 and 6 are not consecutive. Do not... wow. This is 3 or 5, and it's not 3. That is 5. I'm having a morning. This is 3, 6. This is a 3, 6 pair, and that is the 6, and that is the 3. I caught that fast enough. I'm really sorry. Right, that is not a 3. Wow. So 2, 3, 4, 5. This is also 2, 3, 4, 5, which makes this low. That's not 4. It's 2 or 5. So I know there's a 9 in there. I could probably do the same trick down here. I just need to figure out what I'm doing. Do I want to pencil mark the whole thing, or do I want to use the stuff I've learned? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So this is 3, 4, or 6. There's no 3 here, so there must be a 3 in here, which puts 3 on this line, which takes 3 out of there. What haven't I put on that line yet? This is a trick I've done myself. So I need to put a 7 on this line. I can't put it in this box. I can't put it in either of those two cells because of that one. And I can't put it in I can't put it down here because of that 7. I need to put 7 on that line. The only place it can go is there. That takes the 7 out of those. 7 has to go in one of those. 7 has to go in one of those. There's no 7 there. This is a triple, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is this? So, ooh. 4, 5, 6, 9. So 9 is in one of those two, so that has to be the 9. This is 2, 4, 5, 6. And it's not 2. This is 4, 5, or 6. 2 has to go on one of those two now, because it's the only place on the line it can go, so 2 comes out of there. That's not the 8 anymore because of the 8 over here. That's been there for a while. I think that's all the 8s. No, it's not. Now it is. That's not a 7 anymore. I need to put a 7 on this line, so it goes there. That makes that the 7, and that is not the not the 7. This is a 5, 6 pair. So this is a triple. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 1, 3, 4. So that is forcing this line down. I kind of expected it though. That's okay. Now, 1, 3, 4. It could still go as high as 6 on this line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't put 1 in either of those. Can't put 2 or 3 in that one. This is not a 2. This is not a 3. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. It's either 1 to 5 or 2 to 6. One to 5 or 2 to 6. Now the only place I can put a 2 is in those ones. And it must have a 2. Can I eliminate either of those? Not obviously that I'm seeing. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not 4. I'm looking in the wrong place again, aren't I? That 7 is putting a 7 there, which I could have got by the fact that there's already a 7 on the line. Nine in this box. It can't go on the line. It can't go here. It has to go in one of those two cells, and there's a 9 looking at it. Okay, let's start paying attention to... Is that all the 9s? No. I'm missing 9s here or here. Okay. I've got 8, 7. I need to put... This is a quad in this row. 1, 4, 5, 6. This can't be 1, so I've got a 4, 5, 6. This is the 1. This becomes a 3, 4. This becomes a 1. This is a 3, 4, so there's no 4 here. So what is this? 2, 5, and 6? That's not 2, so this is 2. That's got to do some damage because... this 5, 6 pair makes this a 4 and takes 4 out of there. Now, I've got... These two are now known. I don't have 1, 2, I don't have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are a 1, 3 pair. There's no 3 there. That's 3. That's 1. That is not 1. There is no 1 on this line anymore. This is 2 through 6. Three has to be in one of those, so that is not the 3, and that is the 3. That is the 4, that is the 3. This is not the 3. This is a bit of a scanning nightmare, but I did this to people with my puzzle 4DS, so I can't really complain. This is a 5, 6 pair, so that becomes the 4, that becomes the 6. There is no 6 here. 6 now must go in one of those two, which means those are not 6s. This is a 3 or a 5, so that must be, can't be 2, so it's 4 or 6, and it can't be 6. That is 4. This is not 4. Now, what did I knock off the line with this? This is a 2, 5 pair, so that's the 4. That is not the 4. 2, 5 makes that 3, makes that 4. That is not 4. There's no 4 on those, but there must be a 4 on the line, so it goes there. Now, this is also 2, 5. This is 3 because of this 2, 5, 6 triple. That means this should be 5 and 6, and this should be 5 and 6. I've got to break these open somehow. This is 2, 5, 6, and it's 2, 5, so that 2, 5 makes that 6. No. Yes. That 5, that 6, that 5. That 5 makes that 6, which takes 6 out of those, which makes that 6 and that 5, that 6. This is a 2, 5 pair, so that's the 1. So these are 1, 5, and 9. That's the 5, therefore. That's a 1, 9 pair. So that's the 9. That's the 1. That's the 5. That's the 9. That's the 6. This is a 2, 5 pair, which works for the line. How do I break that deadly pattern? I don't have a 1 in that row. I've got 2 6s in that row. Oh, I've been doing this so much lately. When did I do that? So back here, when I eliminated the 1 from this had to become a 1. So this is not the 1. So yeah, when I eliminated 1 from this line, because I'd already had the 1 on this had to become the 1. So what did I do wrong? Oh, this could be broken. So this is 3, 5, or 6. I am not happy with myself now. This 5, 6 pair still makes this a 4, makes this a 6, takes 6 out of here, puts 6 into here. So there's no 6 here. This is 3 or 5, so this has to be even. So it's 2, 4, or 6. It can't be 2, and it can't be 6. This has to be the 4. There's no 4 here. This is a 2, 5 pair, so 5 comes out of there, 5 comes out of there. This is a 3, 4 pair, so 3, 4 comes out of there. Two, 5 takes 5 out of there. In fact, the 6 makes this a 4, which makes this a 3 and this a 4. I missed this row when I was solving it. This 6 makes this a 5, which makes this a 6, which makes this a 5. Takes 5 out of all of those, which makes that a 5, and that a 6, and that a 5. There's no, this is a 3, this is a 6 because of the 5 I just placed there. Makes this a 4 and this a 2. There's no 4 on those. There's no 2 on this. This is a 5-6 pair, which makes this a 2 and this a 5. This has to be 5. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now this 5 looks down, making this a 6 and this a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All that's left now is this, which is 1, 6, and 9. There's a 1, 9 there, so that becomes 6. The 6 looks up, making that 9 and that 6. The 6 makes that a 1 and that is... Oh, no. What? I've just done it again, haven't I? The 1, 9 makes that 6, which takes 6 out of those. I'm really, really fumbling at the moment. I think I need to take a break. 9. The 9 makes that a 1, which makes that a 9, and that's how you do it. Oh, I am so sorry, Dying Flutchman. That is the solution. It just took me a really long time to get there. I missed, I'd put 2 6s in row 6. I seem to be struggling with 6s at the moment, and then I just made a keying error right at the end there. I caught that, fortunately, when I got not early enough. I made a lot of mistakes around here and then realised I had 2 6s in the row and was able to roll back to where I realised I had not placed a 1. I don't know what I did wrong, but I'm sure people will notice. Yeah, I made a mistake. I rolled back and found it. Too many 6s. Too many 6s. Thank you everyone for watching. That was an interesting puzzle. I really do like the use of long Renbans as extra sets and the way they bounce off each other. I have used that trick myself. And that was actually my first Simon feature on Cracking the Cryptic when I did that. Yeah, thank you everyone. And I hope you have better luck with your solving than I did today. Thanks. Bye.